So what skill are we covering today? How to beat a defender in soccer. And I gotta be honest, this is one of my favorite topics. Once I was able to finally learn how to consistently dribble past defenders and get shots off and get more goals each game, to the point now where I'm scoring about 2 goals and an assist per game, it has made soccer so much more fun, so much more enriching to be able to go out there and to have the confidence to know that I can lead my team to victory and to know exactly what to do in all the different situations. So when it comes to beating a defender, there's 2 key things that you gotta focus on: a change of direction and a change of speed. If you want more information on the change of direction, we covered a ton of skills in our big 3 soccer skills that every soccer player should need, so make sure to click that video and watch that. Because today we're covering the change of speeds portion of how to beat a defender. So now, one huge thing that so many soccer players don't realize is that you don't have to be that fast of a sprinter to be a fast soccer player, but you've got to know how to use your speed effectively to be able to get around defenders. So what that means is after you do a skill, you have to accelerate away from the defender. If you keep on having to beat the same defender over and over and over again, you're not accelerating after the skill, and you're not creating enough space. On each and every run, you should only beat a defender once. If you have to beat him more than once, then you're not accelerating effectively. So for that first point on why it's so important that we push the ball and explode after doing a foot skill is because it provides space between you and the defender. Therefore, it'll give you more time to shoot or to pass or to dribble or whatever you need to do by giving you more space between you and that defender so they're not affecting your shot. So that second reason why it's super important to make sure that we're accelerating past the defender is because you're gonna be running faster. And the faster you're running to the ball, the harder you're gonna be able to kick it. So let's take, for example, that you go to strike this ball and you're completely stopped here and you're trying to kick it. Do you think I'm gonna get much power kicking from a complete stop? No, if I push that ball and I'm sprinting after it at full speed and then I go to strike that ball, I'm gonna be getting way more power sprinting at full speed than I will ever from actually being at a dead stop. So it's so important. Key point number 2. We've got to sprint to the ball to get more power on our shot. That third key point on why it's so important that we accelerate and push big by that defender is because it gets you closer to the what? Yes, closer to the net. And the closer you are to the net, the bigger the net gets. So the more accurate you're going to be on your shot. So if you want more accuracy, a bigger push allows you to explode by that defender. Get more power on your shot, but more importantly, make the net bigger so that you can be more accurate. Lastly, that 4th key point on why it's so important that we push big and accelerate by that defender is because we get closer to the net, which means guess who has less time to react now? The goalkeeper. If they have less time to react, that's going to make it a lot harder for them to stop a shot. Notice, anytime in a game someone tries to shoot from 40 yards out, the goalkeeper's got eons to be able to decide where that ball's going to be able to go and get it and to stop it. Versus you being from the 8-yard line, the 6-yard line and trying to shoot. They don't have so much time to react and they're basically just throwing their arms out in their legs, hoping for high probability places to put their body parts so that they stop your shot. They're not really actually trying to save the ball, they're just hoping that you kick it at them. Now, I'm gonna ask you in the comment section below, let me know which one you think's more important. The skill, doing the skill correctly, or accelerating and exploding after the skill. And yes, there's a correct answer on which one's more important. So comment below if you think you know the answer. So how to practice this? You're gonna set up 2 cones, attack them with a jab step, body feint, shoulder drop, whatever you wanna call that skill, and proceed to explode away afterwards, and then do this and repeat. It's that simple. You're working on getting your accelerating touch and pushing that ball past that defender so that they can no longer reach it and so that you can go to take that shot or to continue to dribble. Also, make sure to subscribe as we are a couple weeks away from our series on shooting and finishing that will make it so that all these dribbling and foot skills actually result in goals and points for your team. So now, for that pro tip, you've got to have the mindset that you're actually going to take on players in a game, that you're going to beat them. And now, if you're scared to, you're a little bit afraid to, understand that mistakes will make you better. Learning from your mistakes, practicing, constantly developing, having that deliberate practice is going to make you better. So you need the mindset going into a game. I'm going to try to dribble past people. I am going to dribble past people. I'm going to take shots. Having that mindset that you're going to be able to lead your team in that way is going to make it much easier for you to be able to perform well. If you're kind of scared and hesitant and every time you get the ball you just pass it off, well, you're not going to be developing any of your personal dribbling or foot skill abilities. So it's so important that you have that mindset that I'm going to take them on. I'm going to beat them. If I make a mistake, it's on me. And now that's a big mindset to have. That's a very adult mindset to have. But if you can develop that, and the younger you can develop that, the better off you're going to be in soccer and in the rest of your life.